Admiral Zektar of the Hegemony's Third Fleet couldn't suppress the clicking sound his mandibles made when amused. Through the viewport of his massive dreadnought Eternal Dominion, he watched the pathetic human vessel drift into the contested space around Kepler 442b. "Is that supposed to be a warship?" Commander Veloth asked, her voice dripping with disdain. "It looks like a metal box with engines strapped to it." The human ship was indeed unremarkable. Where hegemony vessels displayed elegant curves and artistic weapon arrays, the Earth vessel UES Defiant appeared to be nothing more than angular plates welded together. No artistic flourishes. No intimidating spines or energy-crackling displays. Just gray metal and what appeared to be a few modest weapon ports. "Scans show it's barely 200 meters long," reported the sensor operator. "Our flagship is 15 times that size. Single energy signature, minimal shielding. Admiral, this is almost insulting." Zektar's four eyes gleamed with predatory satisfaction. The humans had been causing problems across the Outer Rim colonies, somehow winning skirmishes against superior hegemony forces. Command had finally decided to send a proper fleet to teach these upstart primates their place in the galactic hierarchy. "Open communications," Zektar ordered. "Let's see if these humans have any sense of honor before we vaporize them." The main screen flickered to life, revealing a scarred human face beneath a simple military cap. Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Defiant looked remarkably calm for someone facing a fleet of 60 warships. "This is Admiral Zektar of the Hegemony Third Fleet," he announced, his translator rendering his words in the crude human tongue. "You have entered restricted space. Surrender now and your deaths will be swift." Captain Chen's expression didn't change. "Admiral, this is Captain Chen. I'm afraid I can't do that. This system belongs to humanity now." The bridge erupted in chittering laughter from the crew. One human ship against 60 of the galaxy's most advanced warships? The audacity was almost admirable. "Captain, your ship appears to be a cargo hauler with delusions of grandeur," Zektar said. "Are you truly going to face our entire fleet with that toy?" "This toy has some interesting features," Chen replied evenly. "Would you like to see them?" Zektar's amusement grew. "By all means, entertain us." What happened next would be analyzed by military strategists for centuries to come. The Defiant didn't power up conventional weapons. Instead, sections of its hull began to fold back like flower petals, revealing something that made the Hegemony's advanced sensors scream warnings across every console. "Admiral," the sensor operator's voice cracked, "I'm reading massive gravitational distortions. Energy signatures are—" "That's impossible." Inside the Defiant's unassuming hull, humanity's greatest achievement hummed to life. The Alcubierre Tesla cannon was the culmination of 2 centuries of human stubbornness, refusing to accept that something couldn't be done. While other species had mastered energy and plasma weapons, humans had taken a different approach entirely. "Physics is a suggestion," Dr. Elena Vasquez had told the design committee, "and humans have never been good at following suggestions." The weapon didn't fire energy or projectiles. It fired space-time itself. Captain Chen's voice remained steady as reality began to bend around her ship. "You know, Admiral, there's something you should understand about humans. We don't build things to look pretty. We build them to work." The Defiant fired. What erupted from the human ship wasn't a beam or missile. It was a controlled gravitational shear that folded space in ways that shouldn't have been possible. The fabric of reality itself became a weapon, reaching across the impossible distance between ships in an instant. The Eternal Dominion, pride of the Hegemony fleet, didn't explode. Explosions were for conventional weapons. Instead, the flagship simply came apart. Its sophisticated shields meant nothing against an attack that bypassed conventional physics entirely. The massive dreadnought folded in on itself, its hull plates separating along molecular bonds as space-time hiccuped around it. In the span of 3 seconds, 15 kilometers of advanced hegemony engineering became a cloud of component atoms, drifting in the void. The silence on the communication channel stretched for long moments as the remaining 59 ships of the Third Fleet tried to process what they had witnessed. Captain Chen's voice finally broke the silence. "Now, Admiral. Oh, I suppose that would be whoever's in charge now. I'm going to give you the same choice you gave me. Leave this system and you'll live to tell others what happened here." The new acting admiral, previously a commander on a heavy cruiser, found his voice. What are you?" Chen smiled for the first time in the conversation. "We're humans. We're the species that looked at faster than light travel and said, "That's not fast enough." We're the ones who saw energy shields and asked, "What if we just ignored them entirely?" We take the impossible and make it routine. The Defiant's hull began to fold back into its innocuous configuration, hiding the reality-bending weapon within what once again looked like a simple cargo hauler. "You have 10 minutes to clear the system," Chen added. "And do us a favor. When you get home, tell them that the humans don't build toy ships. We build nightmares wrapped in ordinary metal. The only reason they look simple is because the truly scary parts are on the inside." The Hegemony fleet, reduced to 59 ships in the span of a heartbeat, began their withdrawal. They would return to their home worlds with a new understanding. Humanity didn't need to build beautiful warships covered in intimidating spikes and energy-crackling displays. They just needed to build ships that worked. And in a universe where everyone else had forgotten that the most dangerous weapon was often the one you couldn't see coming, that made all the difference. As the last Hegemony vessel vanished into FTL, Captain Chen settled back in her command chair and smiled. "Helm, set course for the next system. I believe there are some mining rights we need to discuss with the locals." The UES Defiant turned and accelerated, looking for all the world like exactly what its enemies had thought it was: a simple, unremarkable cargo ship with modest ambitions. The universe was learning that when it came to humans, appearances could be very, very deceiving.